103.8.
Yes, indeed. Denise Alexei is alongside me, marketing manager at Virtue Zone. All well?
All well, I'm very, very excited to speak to our next guest.
Aren't we just? Yes, we have got a phenomenon with us here in studio, a force of nature, if you like. Why? Well, question first up. What do Kardashian, Cyrus, Bieber, Chopra, some pretty influential surnames, what do they all have in common? Well, they've got another surname in common. They have all worked with our next guest, who claims he could basically make anybody famous out there. And he's here to tell us how you can make your business famous too. He's celebrity media strategist and the CEO of and founder of the award-winning Fame company. He is Mr. Hasan, Sheeraz Hasan. Good to see you, Sheeraz, as always.
Lovely to be here.
Great to have you on board. First and foremost, listen, I got questions coming through already. Keep them coming 4001 if you're on the old-fashioned text message. You can WhatsApp us direct as well, 048715500. Let's get the congrats out of the way. Best Media Communications Company at the Virtue Zone Awards 2023. They can keep the Oscars, can't they?
Of course, forget the Oscars, forget the Grammys, brother. It's about Virtue Zone. You know, at the end of the day, listen, you know, you want to become famous, but at the end you need a business, right?
Yeah.
So all roads lead back to Virtue Zone.
Speaking of awards, you're collecting awards left and right. We were at the Enterprise Agility Awards last night. Virtue Zone won the Corporate Service Provider of the Year. And I also saw you winning, and I was very happy to see your success growing on and on.
Yeah, thank God. You know, making some moves right now in the Middle East. You know, so it's nice.
Listen, everyone wants to tap into your secrets to fame at the moment. And that is just something that is human nature for people out there. But I want to sort of get a little bit deeper. I want to get to the why, if we can. Why do, and again, I mentioned a little bit earlier on, personal to business, personal to corporate, if you like. Why do businesses specifically these days need branding? Why do they need to pay more attention to public relations than ever before? Surely, you know, your achievements speak for themselves, don't they?
Yeah, so let's break down, for me, what does fame mean? It means trust. Okay, so if you're a CEO, if you're a business, the more out there you are, the more branded you are, the more you're visible on social media, it means you're starting to be trusted. Okay, if you're not out there, if I can't find you, if you don't have a pulse on social media, if I Google your name and nothing comes up, and you're claiming all of these different claims, really you have to think there's so much competition out there today, right? With social media and online and businesses and so forth. How do I stand out? How do I stand out? I've got to go loud. I've got to speak. I've got to communicate with my customers. I've got to do many things today, not on one social media channel. You've got 6 now or 10 to feed content to, which all have different audiences. So the more a business owner or a CEO is out there on those platforms, the more business they're going to close, the more products they're going to sell. It's very simple. If you're out of sight, out of mind, you know, you've got to be out there. You know, if there's any real estate person, plastic surgeon, doctor, accountant, lawyer, if anyone ever says to me, you know, business is slow, I don't believe that. Absolutely not. When anyone ever, the number one question I get is, Sheeraz, please, can you help me get me famous, you know? And my question back to them is, you know, what are you doing on a daily basis consistently to fuel your fame, to be out there, you know, to your consumers, to your customers? And the challenge is people are not doing it. They're just saying, oh, customers will come. No, build it and they will come. Those days are gone, right? You have to consistently stay on the edge. It's no point having diamond chandeliers, crystals, and beautiful flooring, and all of this glam, and it's a ghost town. There's no customers. No, you'd rather spend a piece of that money on media, marketing, social media, communicating with people, letting people trust you that I'm going to buy your product, I'm going to spend money with you, or I'm going to drop $50, $100, $200 million on a property or a house, then I hope you exist online. I hope there's great reviews. I hope there's a lot of people talking about you. So businesses today, your reflection of your sales, and I'll give this example to you right now, of your bank account is based upon your branding. I have a client that I brought here in 2018, Logan Paul. Okay, I've worked with him for many years. About 8-9 years I've worked with both him and Jake. And they he's been ups and downs in his career, but the one thing that he does, and we've taught him from the beginning in all of the talent that I work with, consistency. Keep promoting, keep out there, keep your non-stop content, non-stop content. Today, you're talking about a guy who's under 30 years old, okay? He is officially a multi-billionaire today because of his drink Prime. And when I worked with him, this guy was a YouTuber, okay, trying to climb up the ladder in Los Angeles to make a name for himself. What does that show you? He didn't advertise at the beginning, okay? He didn't have the big crazy budgets like Red Bull and all the other brands had. But what he did have is we had an audience. He fed content on a consistent basis. Do you know Logan Paul, on the beginning of his career for the first, I'd say 4 to 5 years, he never took a day off on posting on YouTube. Not one day off. Every single day he's posting content. Now today, he is the sponsor of some of the biggest, from UFC. He's sponsoring, the LA Dodgers and this Arsenal. I mean, they're just spending crazy money. Why? Because they just announced maybe a week ago they sold their billionth bottle of Prime. How was that done? Consistent social media. And this is someone who I've worked with that couldn't pay his rent. Right? Yeah. He didn't have a big following or big backing or family support, bank loans. And I also saw him at the top of his career when we brought him to Dubai and shut down the Dubai Mall. 1 month later, I saw him at the bottom of his career when he made one wrong move and made a suicide video in Japan, destroyed his career, demonetized off all platforms, about to get his house repossessed. And I saw that moment. I worked with him and his manager, Jeffrey, every single day to build him back up to the Iron Man he is today. Okay? So you need to be surrounded by the right people, even if there's ups and downs. But I don't want to ever hear someone who tells me, oh, it's slow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not selling enough.
Slow doesn't register in your dictionary.
It bounces off.
Bounces off. Listen, Sheeraz, stay with us because we've got loads of questions coming through. We want to dive a little bit further into your philosophy as well in a few moments' time. Got a break for a little bit of news first. Straight after that, we'll be back with more. And our special guest this hour is the celebrity media strategist, the CEO and the founder of Fame, Sheeraz Hasan, is still with us. So loads of questions coming through for you, Sheeraz, here this afternoon. Let's get to a couple of them, bringing them together. Old adage used to be, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Publicity was meant to be good regardless. Is that still the case today?
So there are limits. Okay, first of all, if you're not ready to be hated, you're not ready to be famous. So let's start there. Okay, some of my biggest clients today had the worst publicity. I'm talking about horrific, negative, like you have no idea. They're all billionaires today. Okay, so you need it. Okay, now, I wouldn't be affected emotionally. Okay, this is a business. If someone social media is full of trolls. Okay, so they don't want to say nice things. They're going to say negative things, okay? But there are boundaries. I still say, a guy that has been in the business for over 2 decades, there are certain things that you shouldn't do, okay? There is a line, okay? If you want to become famous, I'm all down. Controversy, scandal, gossip, drama, spice it up a bit. Why not, okay? Because you're going to get the attention with a red line. There's certain things that I would advise my clients not to do,
of course,
okay, and stay within those boundaries. But if you don't have hate or if you don't have negativity, that means you don't have a reaction. Now, sometimes a negative comment could be a breakthrough in your business because a lot of business owners, they put staff there, they have a team out there. They're not there. They're just managing their money. They don't know. I'm actually one of those guys that goes to a restaurant very regularly. And if I'm not happy with the service, if I'm not happy with something in that restaurant, I actually ask for the manager or the owner because I care. Because I always tell them that you'd rather let me complain and be a repeat customer or be silent and never see my money again, right? So sometimes negative comments are good because you can learn from your business. There are some things that you might not have optics for, that what's going on in your business. That negativity is coming from. It could be customer service. It could be an aggressive salesperson. It could be someone was rude or whatever that is. It'd be in a business. See it, address it, fix it, move on. And with the trolls, if they're just being negative for being negative, thank you. It's free media. I think it didn't cost me $1.
Free engagement.
And you're talking about me. But as long as you're Service is outstanding and adds value as long as your product is amazing, whatever that is, and all you're doing is the sake for the customer's needs, then who cares what people are talking about? Because customer's king, right?
Yeah.
Whoever holds the dollar bill or the dirham bill out here in Dubai, you should worship that customer. You know, business are ups and downs, but if you add value to your client, he is coming back. He is going to come back and he's going to spend more money with you. So don't ever fear from negativity at all. Not at all. If anyone comes negative, no problem. Let them.
Yeah.
Let them. Go. Keep
Let them
going.
keep talking.
Bored. You know, go get a life. Let them do it. Let them fuel it. I know Kim. Kim Kardashian became a billionaire on trolls. Logan Paul became a billionaire on hate. It wasn't the positive comments that made them rich. Okay?
Yeah.
It was all the heat, the controversy, the poking, and that kind of stuff. And it works. You know, just like I said, there is a line. Don't cross that line.
But when it's a personal brand and a business, is the line?
They're one of the same now. Come on, man.
they?
Elon Musk does anything, it's going to affect his stock on Tesla.
Yeah.
Okay? On anything. Any CEO today that makes one mistake, it's going to affect your business.
So as a CEO, is that what you, with your clients and CEO clients, do you advise them of that? There's gone are the days where you have your personal account and your business account or whatever.
Right now, it's actually a funny story. Since I've been here now, based in Dubai, most of my clients are CEOs now, are entrepreneurs. And oh my God, I have to guide them because I'm using 2 decades of knowledge and they don't understand media.
Yeah.
You know, there was one incident very recently, the CEO, big guy, okay, in Dubai, very successful, big money, everything. And he's my client, you know, I'm on a retainer with him and I have upside with him. It's a good business deal with him. And we were out and I basically said to him, okay, here's the rules. Okay, right now, you're partying, you're doing what you're doing and everything. Do you know there's 2 people in that restaurant right now that are filming you, saying things and doing things that you have absolutely no idea that you're being filmed? And I went to that person, grabbed their camera, deleted the pictures, and literally I said, the guy told me, he said, you've saved me billions of dollars. Because if that video would have come out, or if someone would have seen it, it would have destroyed my empire. So I make sure that when I'm talking to a business owner, I'm making sure I put boundaries because they are the business. You know, they're feeding thousands, millions of employees and people around you. There are rules. When you're a successful business owner, you have to protect yourself. You need to make sure that everything's going good. You've got to know about fame. You've got to control your identity. You've got to control what people are talking about you in the news. You know, you have to be on top of this because if you don't, someone else is going to give their opinion and that could destroy your business. If you're not managing your online profile, someone else is. And in some cases, it's the competitors. So your competitor is going to look and say, oh my God, this guy has absolutely no clue what he's doing in the media or online. I'm going to hire a company and I'm going to bombard this guy with negative media. And the guy's going to wake up in the morning and it's going to be all negative news that came from his competitor. So CEOs today, you are the business. You are the brand. People are, I can tell you, I've worked with some of the biggest CEOs globally, especially being based in California and Hollywood, right? And this is the measurements I put in to make sure that I'm an insurance policy, to make sure that your valuation of your business is going up, your sales are going up, everything else is clean, squeaky clean about what you're doing, and I'm controlling your narrative. I do not let anyone else control my client's narrative, ever.
We are running out of time. Denise, any final questions or final thoughts that you'd like to ask?
Yeah, I'm just curious for starting, startups and fresh entrepreneurs. Is there any advice that you would give them on how to start the online media?
Well, that was going to be one of my final questions as well. So maybe we can combine it as well. Because the way I was going to put it is, on the back of what Denise is saying, is, and your experiences here, compare Hollywood to Dubai, are entrepreneurs the new influencers?
Entrepreneurs are new celebrities. It's very simple. Okay, today you're a business, and I can give you one example. Okay, I went to a Hollywood function a couple of years back, and every A-list star was there. A-list, every A-list you can imagine, right? It was there. The Google founders walked in, and everyone was focusing on the Google founders, right?
Yeah.
People in the tech space now, you look at, all the AI companies and all the stuff that's going on. These new CEOs are the rock stars, right?
Yeah.
People are looking at them. But one advice I will give anyone who is listening today, that whether you're a business owner, whether you're a brand, or whether you're an employee for a company and you want to make more money, it's a very simple advice I want to give you. From this moment onwards, I want you to type your name into Google. I want you to put your name into social media, and I want you to spend at least 1 hour a day on your personal brand. Just 1 hour a day. Make it better, more press, better photographs. The last thing I want to do is search for you and it's another person's face. I search for you, it's someone else's social media. Spend 1 hour a day on your business or as an employee or as a brand, and just focus on your what are people talking about or what do people see on Google. Fix that on a daily basis. Fix that on your social media, and I will guarantee you are going to make more money. Not only are you going to make more money, that's how soulmates are found, my brother. Because if you meet someone in a bar, she's going to Google your name.
And so lasting relationships are found these days.
Absolutely.
That's for
It's
sure.
all about business, brother. You want some love, right?
Listen, we could talk for hours. We have talked for hours in the past, but we could talk for a lot longer. Unfortunately, time is against us. If people have had their interest piqued here, Sheeraz, if people want to find out more, I mean, how do they find out more about Fame?
So the best thing is follow my personal Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, everything I speak, I do. I will never teach unless I do it myself, and that's at Sheeraz, Sheeraz. Website is famebysheeraz.com. And I even do calls with people. You know, I spend time every week. I do free calls, 15-minute calls, just to meet people, get to know people, see what they're talking about. And wherever I can guide and help and be that shining light, I'll do it. You know, I've been very blessed over 2 decades of having this knowledge. And the more case studies I get, the better. And my mission right now, actually, being in Dubai right now, is I want to make entrepreneurs famous, brother. It's their time. Yeah. They're the new rock stars.
I don't deny it. I reckon it's going to happen. It's happening already, as you say, and you're helping that process at the moment. You put the fun in Fame, that's for sure. Thanks so much indeed for being with us, and thanks for opening up to us as well.
Thanks for having me.
Listen, do reach out to Sheeraz Hasan, Celebrity Media Strategist, CEO, founder of Fame. We are going to wrap things up in just a few moments' time. This is starting up with Virtue Zone. A couple of questions coming through for the VZ team. We will put those to you next.